Hello, welcome to Wild Rose Healing Arts, Sacred Bodies Astrology. We're going to do some forecasting today. This is, in fact, a really good day to do forecasting because on October 5th, 2025, we have a Pisces moon, a Pisces North Node, a Pisces Saturn. It's pretty yummy in Libra season, which is ruled by Venus, to have this lovely Piscean dream energy come in to the moon. Venus has such an affinity with the moon, and so a Venus-ruled sun is so balanced, and a Pisces-ruled moon just dives deep into the feminine. All the energies seem to be honoring and exalting the feminine, I would say. It's a good time to do oracular work, divination. These gifted to me, these antlers, by a dear friend who carried them in medicine ceremony. I use them in my healing studio. They sit on my massage table. Dear. These antlers went to Sundance for a decade near the fire tender. These ones now work in queer community in my healing practice with me. They're here today. They're part of my ancestry. Shout out to my friend and fellow warrior, healer, artist, Kristen Lewis. If you're ever where Kristen Lewis is, she now is in Ottawa, in Canada. Check her out, her dance classes. She's a master, genius, prophet, saint on the earth. Master sacred clown of theater research, and dear friend. Family, really. And as I was saying, a good day for divination is upon us. Not just in the stars, but in the cards. We have pulled the star card. And look at how it does spiral down into this one, pouring over her like a river, the water bearer. It feels like this is Libra today, playing with the waters. I know this card is an Aquarian card, but Pluto's in Aquarius right now, and we've got big dream energy. So Pluto's in there trining it all. It's lovely. It's bringing in visions. These visions have opened this week. A gate, you might say, that is pouring vision in to the winter solstice's dark center of knowing and creation and stillness. There's a huge outpouring of vision and dreaming. Underneath the vision of the star card is the Prince of Cups, and look at how he does play by the waters with the eagle's vision, and it does feed the fish above him, and one flying directly at the vision. So really direct information of vision. He has scorpions in his cloth, his ritual of the waters. He is just in a beautiful in-between place, like a totem there. So we get to use the cardinal energy of Libra, not only for this incredible lunar ecstasy, Venusian merger with lunacy. Oh, wow. But we get to enter our masculine and body beauty this way. Wow. I have to admit, as a person myself of the waters, I am a sun in Pisces in the 12th house. Very watery. That's why I'm on here reading cards. It's just fun for me. I'm doing this anyways, and I thought I would share with other people because I know YouTube has been a sanctuary for me for many years. I'm a transgender healer and mystic. I practice traditional medicine. I walk with the ancestors and transcestors of all creatures and nations of the earth and human and otherworldly planes. I drew the Nine of Cups, which is an incredible Pisces card. And I'm consulting the Golden Girls, which were aunties to me as a child in the 80s and 90s. And here Betty White is just really feeling her wish come true here with this lovely cheesecake moment. So say cheese. You're going to be having a mugshot with your dream come true as well. And guess what? Underneath it, just let go of all the pain. The Ten of Swords. Do you know, when you're letting go of that pain, you get to free up the Gemini Sun, which does rule that card. I know this card looks really bad, but this is about letting go of it. In the stars, just like in the cards, we have today Uranus and Gemini. It is liberating our fears, our stuck mental vortexes, the places where we might fall as Icarus fell. You know, where we reached too high, got spread too thin, got too much spun out of ourselves. It's a bit of a mental health crisis. So whatever that is for you, it's making way for liberation, and all of that is feeding creation of your actually true soul wish and gift. Saturn and the North Node in Pisces, they have been hanging out there in a long transit. They're going to be there for another few months. I feel there is an opportunity for us all to really create foundations and structures for our dreams to come true. We have very nearby that Saturn stack up, which actually has the moon in it today, but in general will be slowly in the outer planets reprogramming us, updating our software collectively for a few more months. So in this dreaming into the dark, there is a significant task upon us all, a job, whether we know it or not. But if we do, we can align with the purpose of this for each of us, and it is your own heart you will ask. And the visions come through and pour through your third eye, your womb, your heart, your third eye, your womb, your heart. You have this divine wisdom in you, and any gender and body has that. Open the gate to your knowing, because it knows you. 9 of Wands, another 9. Oh, so fine. Sophia stands as a heroic warrior with earned faith in herself. Sovereignty. There's a choice. What job should I do? What job's really right for me? That soulful part of me that I spiritually really wish for, that really brings out my inner faith and others' faith through me and through my gift, my true soul nature. Well, Blanche, I don't know. That is the task at hand. And so get creative. Get in your pose. Strike a pose. You know, we all saw the star goddess of Aquarius that's guiding our ritual for 20 years. 20 years of creativity in the waters, playing with the scorpions like a visionary. This card very much is what the next 20 years are going to be like with Pluto in Aquarius. Because see the scorpions in the waters and the visionary nature. Yeah. Whatever that means for you, it gets to be personal and it gets to serve the collective. So that's how the balance of self, other, group, individual, gets sorted out. Those things don't need to be difficult. They really don't. Ooh. There's something with an underlying abundance in its pattern. That's what's coming. And I have been hearing that for years. More and more and more and more. And doesn't it require change? Yes, it does. But oh boy, howdy, it is an epiphany for us all of our shared abundance. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, Ace of Swords does say so. It is true. Don't you know? There are activations of the galactic center this year, which I feel as the center of our galaxy is quite abundant. It is in the sign of Sagittarius, which rules this fortune card. If you look in your own birth chart, you will have both Jupiter and the Wheel of Fortune, Fortuna, in your chart. Show you where you get lucky. You might also look at Verte, the green point, where the fertility does grow for you. Or Ceres, that Earth Mother, where is your sovereignty of creation manifesting? Where's your garden growing and how, honey? Black Moon Lilith knows. What is your relationship with the Galactic Center? Is it opening up for you? It rules my Neptune and Uranus, which I do know come through my third eye. For all of us, it's our visionary and emotional intelligence, our intuition. Uranus and Neptune are that of sort of the air and emotions, the air and waters, thoughts and feelings of that nature. Your intuitive third eye consciousness. The Galactic Center rules mine. I've been getting a lot of direct messages, let's say. And for the past few years, I've had to really change a lot to prepare for this. It's been happening slowly because I have Aquarius, Moon, and Mercury right on it. So I've had this happening for years. But it's a very comfortable place now. It's just kind of like, this is the first card I drew today. It's like this. It's exactly like I'm saying with Pisces. Queen of Cups, y'all. Oh, isn't she beautiful? See the lotuses and then her own face just in this beautiful abstract just softness in with them, like another flower, like her own reflection. It makes me want to cry. And then Cygnus the Swan. I was hanging out with Cygnus the Swan in the stars, in the northern triangle of the summer stars this summer, and it was so beautiful how you could see Deneb right in its throat, and you could see Aquila and then the heart Lyra, and they make this triangle. You can see that. See how the triangle is there, and then these other two. I'm really feeling like this triangle above, triangle below, and this sense of the harmonies of the divine feminines. You know, in the stars, the feminine, sisterly energy of, or brotherly, you could say, of any of the elements are all in a triangle. So I feel this, the muses and harmony, things we find beautiful, that reflect the flowering of that feels good. That's what water is doing, and it is reminding of reflection, reflectivity, and so becoming in your waters a divine being of your own nature. Everybody has their own religion, their own spirituality, their own sense of divinity, and yes, we do have them as groups and collectives, and they do have us. These, in my divine waters, are sacred herbs from such ancient rememberings that I'm sure as my body and DNA reunite with them through my palate and my tongue, that my tissue states change, my body changes, and also there's a cascade of remembering in a deeper level of the plants that come here and now at this alchemical moment. With the planets and stars, see what's in my cup did grow in a garden beneath these stars in certain timings. They do have medicine of so many natures. Spirit, body, mind, cosmological. These medicines, I can list for you, are for calming and nourishing and are wonderful for this time. And they did just choose to come in. Eleuthero, rosehip, rowanberry, ginger, the mark of the ginger bug that is, licorice, nettle, oat straw, red clover, rose, tulsi, cordyceps, squirrel, the squirrel. This is the oldest form of medicine. The oldest way to take herbs. I've never known love like this before. Never known love like this before. It's changing me. It's changing me. Set me free. Set me free. And I imagine this and its golden, beautiful medicine of so much infinite nature going into me in every way. When I say imagine, I'm really aware that that word you can break down into I, as in oneself, magi, so the magician in ourselves, similar to the magician card in the tarot, which is the first card. So I, magi, nation. So the nation of us that are magi. So the nation of magi, and the I that is the part of that nation. My imagination is known in traditional medicine to be a tool, a vessel, a portal of knowing. Many of my ancestors were alchemists, Gnostic, and the diaspora of that took many forms. The cross-pollination of that in me, that is my ancestry's diversity, takes many forms in its indigenous medicine and traditions. They do come from all parts of Northern and Western Europe, coastal peoples. A lot of medicine peoples, for sure. Anyways, what you know is real. So when I say I imagine, it invokes, it does create, and that is the gate of knowing, going down into the gate of creation. The gate of knowing creates. So 2, 4, 6, and these are the feminine numbers. They're super balanced, like Libra, like the scales of the second chakra that hold the kidneys and the gate of life, and the dragons of knowing and the cardinal energy of the gate of fire. They say, balance yourself so you can have relationships. Because it's more important to have people than get angry. And so your adrenals are in there and all your reactions. It's an F-bomb, so you better be fabulous in your life or fun or funny. Otherwise, you're going to be a fart, okay? Oh my God, don't I know? Because I'm a fish and I have lived every form. The best and the worst, that is true. I want to get advice for you. It's something a little bit useful and special for today. So I'm just going to ask the cards to pull up something that we can maybe reflect on, ground in. I'm being guided back to the stars to mention that Aries is ruling Neptune. And so as we dive in like fish to these waters of the Pisces archetype and that work, Aries is ruling Neptune, which, you know, Neptune is this dreamy planet. It rules our third eye. It rules Pisces, co-rules it with Jupiter, which we were just discussing before. Those two showed up today, Jupiter and Neptune. I mean, we have this Pisces work, so those are our allies, you know, and they do, like I mentioned, go through our imagination, our third eye. Each of us has our own relationship with Jupiter and Neptune. So you might want to look in your chart what rules yours. But right now, for this transit, for this year, it's going to be in Aries, in Neptune. It's going to be there for a bit. And Neptune likes to hang out in a place for 8 to 10 years. It's going to be a journey with Aries of reimagining the self. Because Aries is in a state of becoming itself. So it's very, very new, innovative, radical, creative for first chakra activation. Like, we're all like, who am I? What do I want to do? That's Aries. So this is the first year of that. Get ready for 10 more. So if you've been reinventing yourself this year and dreaming of a new world, yeah, a lot of the planet has, and also going to war to fight for that. got 10 years of our third eye, which imagines sort of safety, and our amygdala and our watchtower. So everybody's sending a lot of F-bombs down to their creative manifestors about Aries-like things like, who am I? What's my job? What do I want to do? What do I fight for? What's my calling? Everybody wants a new world that can rebirth some sense of fun for us, that's good for us. Oh my gosh, I just pulled such an Aries card. And it's the Two of Wands, Dominion. Oh my. Finally got me out of my Pisces hidey hole. Pisces hidey hole. My birth name is not Otis because I am a transgender man. One of the alchemies I have done is with testosterone, and I have been on it for about 10 years, so now I pass as a man. But I am, in fact, a bearded lesbian. I came out in the 90s. Anyways, I know who I am, and I'm finally coming out of hiding. Heidi was my dead name. Now I'm Otis, and, you know, I spent 21 years as Heidi, 21 years as Otis, died at 42, and at 43, I am myself, and I'm emerging out of my hole to read the stars, because that's what I do. I'm a magician, and so are you. So I came out to kind of share the news, like the good news, because we have a lot of collective disappointment and grief and like broken dreams, so, and loss. Yeah, I've had so much of that. How much have you had? And even if you've gained, like, maybe under it you gave up a lot, because there's a deeper question everybody's looking at right now with Pisces. What is you as a creative artistic self? What is spirituality for you? What is your divine nature? This Jupiterian Sagittarian version of creation is, like I said, the galactic center is lighting up. So what arrow of truth are you shooting into the divine from the heart of the divine? It sort of comes through the center of the universe, the center of the Milky Way, the center of that spiral, and from the center of you. We all, like a rose, bloom from our own center. It's true. So what kind of flower are you? What kind of blooming are you? And it does bloom in its own time and season. We know that. So do we. So it's lovely referencing back to the Queen of Cups card we saw earlier, where her reflection was among the lotuses in the water, and your face is your flower. And with Aries, you really get to look and own and call your powers back into yourself. And look in the mirror a lot. Sure, reinvent your image a bunch. Just give yourself permission. You know, the ancestors, they lived in a state of becoming, I've learned, similar to queers and to myself. Chose names throughout life, took on paths, callings, quests, took on many names that referred to many forms of many stories of that self, of divine initiation. It's similar, I've seen in many cultures, there's these parts of the self that have to do with the season, the animal, and different elements of life. They get woven into color, fabric, herbs, plants, animals, lots of animal pieces. These are all pieces of our soul, pieces of the weather, kinds of knowing. So people, they, you know, channel the poetry, right? There's just parts of our soul we're finding as we go. And so we get to live like that, you know. Full permission. And rising to the surface of the deck, we have a beautiful triangle of earth underneath. I'm just going underneath first, as a Pisces will do. We'll say underneath the situation, we have this amazing teamwork coming together to really manifest something right. Infinitely can manifest a new world. Yes. Wow, yes. And this beautiful Libra card. This card's usually has the scales on it. And it is a justice card, which Libra is about justice. And just like our own kidneys and adrenals in our body decide what justice is any moment, if you dissect that word a little bit, justice is being with just is, with what just is justice. See how this person is doing that, and they come into the center of the universe, in the center of the moment, and they can do this amazing, beautiful choreography there from that place of channeling grace and center right there with just what is. So being with what just is. It's funny, you know, a lot of ancient practices involve meditation, stillness practices woven in amongst life. You can see how this one embodies that stillness. And we have that beautiful solstice energy of the Capricorn Cancer axis, and then we've got crossing it perpendicular the equinox energy. And solstices and equinoxes make a crossroads of the cardinal signs of the zodiac, each one of each element a different holiday. And we have in the fall equinox this September 21st tip into Libra, where we all get to return to Venus in this beautiful adjustment period, where after all that fire and transformation, we apply it in its grace, in its beautiful reconfiguring and harvest, and bringing it home and setting up the altar and everything, and getting all the memories from the year together, and making a collage, and getting together with your friends and having feasts. And it's such a beautiful celebratory altar. But you can alter or adjust also your paradigm, your mind, you know, bring in more love and beauty, more harmony, more grace, kind of come back and rest more, and weave in the stillnesses that come in through the solstices and equinoxes into your movement, like this one. It's like, sure, we've done all this stuff that got started at the spring equinox in Aries season, and how about, though, what do we make of it? And that's when you have to kind of sow and be slow and take it into fall and give it the winter, you know. What is your project? What is your art? How can you make it more beautiful in this year? Because it's cardinal, I'm going to ask in a different way too. Like, how does it make you? Because we have Aries in this project of makeovers, you know, maybe the queer eye is on us all. We've got our own queer eye team in our life. So what calling is making you, right? This is Capricorn energy. Speaking of, this is the winter solstice, and we've got everything this fall. Every year we do, but especially around the winter solstice this fall in Capricorn energy, there's this really big manifestation cauldron with the galactic center being activated with the sun, and we get to really birth a new world from the center of things, which is, I think, where humor comes from and true love. Same place. It makes us all divine and all assholes. But we have the most divine experience of our life, which is our birth. It's also where you just come out looking at an asshole. And we die and poop ourselves. That's arguably our other most amazing experience. But moving on, let's be practical. Back to the Golden Girls for some advice. So Sophia, I did see the under first, the King of Pentacles. We've got to take responsibility. We do. There's a lot of serious things in the world. So own your power to manifest. Take leadership, whatever it is you need to manifest. Give form to. Time to do it. Not just be a dreamy hidey hole, Pisces. Maybe you got to put form to that dream. Like, now it's time. You have to. You're going to be really pushed to the next few months. Especially, there's going to be at the end of January some changes. So, like, feed it into the solstice, go through the epiphanies of January, and like, it's all gonna be changed, you guys. So, 7 of Wands. Sophia's ready. She was born ready. Maybe she is a Leo or an Aries or something. She's hilarious. She's so funny. She gets all the best cards. Well, she gets like a lot of fiery cards because she's just like that. So, what is your inner champion? Hey. This is like that flower I was talking about. This comes from Leo energy, which is the heart and the sun in us. So, like I said, in the solstice, in the dark, you're going to pour these creative dreams into, and then your champion self is going to be birthed. It's just like the fun self that you dreamed up and that the universe knows that you are and dreams of you. It's like the one your friends and true loves know of you. That's going to be activated. Because the sun's going to be activated with galactic center. The heart of the dream, right in the dark. So, take a moment and receive breath from the earth where you are and breathe. And be held by that dream breathing into you from the earth and stars, ancestors and memory and future all at once breathing into you. And hold it and be held in that knowing, in that offering. Receive it, let it listen to you. Take out your beautiful stories into there's something that is coming to you. I've got Appalachian ancestors I've been singing with lately. Bless each of you, each of us, the Mother, the Great Mother. Encircle us, surround us in your cycles and orbits, your rhythms and initiations. Hold us, encircle us in our knowing, on our table, on our floor, in our whole house, and around the whole world. Great Mother, encircle us, be with us. Kaim Vrija, Bridget, Great Mother, Vrija, Vrija, Vrija. Kaim Vrija, surround us all in sacred circle. That I will leave that for today. Bless the bees. Blessed be. Be blessed.